Well, good day, everyone, and welcome to this. My input for the current Dovetail event that is going on, the Midweek Madness streams. I hope you have enjoyed the Midweek Madness streams until now, because this is my entry and my headphones just turned off. So let's put it back on. Otherwise, I can't hear the train. It's going to be a very silent stream for me. Put it on. Yes, hello, back again. Um, Today I've chosen to do something on the Sherman Hill route, and something that not many people are very into some shunting work and so on. But let's try to do something first. Let's get a couple of things out of the way. I'm not American, as you can probably tell already. But I also don't know every rule that is currently going on. I've tried to research something, but every railroad has something different, and there's some basic rules that are not being followed, otherwise do follow, and so on. So I'm trying to do my best. If I miss a certain rule, I'm sorry about that. But let's enjoy the shunting in Cheyenne Yard with this SD40. We're on a hill. We're already rolling backwards. So let's try to put on the first thing. We need the banking com on. I need that one. And let's get the brakes on so that we can set up the cab once more. Engine run, generate the field, control fuel pump. Well, let's leave it in neutral for now. Step lights, gauge lights, headlights. I don't know if they use the ditch lights, but let's put the ditch lights on. I have put the bankercom on. It is still in handle over holding by the independent brake. Controlling with unit coupled at long hood end. I don't know if this is actually doing something in this local. I never see anyone in all the videos set this one. They always set it to single unit, but I like to, because we are here and we even have a unit at the and it's controlled from another unit, and that is controlling. I think the text on this one is a bit reversed because we need controlling with unit coupled and long hood end, but already this one is in run, so that is correct. We do need to have some number lights, platform lights, all the lights. Over. We do need to have the number lights. And that one is controlled. And we need to set engine run and fuel pump. We don't need any. Well, we can set the lights, but it's probably bit overdone. Let's leave the cab. Get back to our original cab. Let's go into forwards. Start to pump up the main reservoir. Also, what I didn't notice at the back, because of the crossings, they normally lower the chains, but it seems at this loco that didn't work. But okay. I did was to select the one with the red stripe, because in the menu you have 3 SD40s. If you have all the DLC, you have the one. I think that's the one from, I don't know where everything, King Creek or no, that was a GP. I don't know where the SD40 map is coming from. But police. Two toots of the horn going forwards, 3 for the back. Lovely bell. People really seriously love the bell. Let's turn it off. As we have an engineer today sitting beside us, he's already walking the tracks in front of us, checking the switches. So let's check on him. He did this one, he did this one, he already did do this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. But he didn't do this one yet and that one, so we're going to set that for him, so he can already walk to the other. He can wait until there, he can just jump on the back, and then he can jump off again once he needs to set another set of switches. Imaginary conductor. It's a very bright light. One thing I didn't notice in Trains and Worlds, if you get into the main menu, I think a lot of people did already notice it. If you have multiple DLCs that have the same terrain, or passenger car that's drivable, the steering wagon, the driving trailer, or in Germany the Steuerwagen. Especially US locals, as this one, you have an SD40, you can choose between the 3. Certainly by default it doesn't select the correct one, it seems, but all are named, 2 are named SD40 UP, one is named UP SD40-2, and 2 have red stripes, 1 have a yellow stripe, and you really can't see from which DLC it is. I know there is a mod that inputs a lot of changes in the UI, small change with the logo from the company with the route below it. At least for the European ones. I don't know if something is already there for the US ones, but that should come in really handy. Or maybe Dovetail should include that one themselves, to include on the page from which DLC that train is coming from, so you can run the original manned train if there's several of them on that route. So, because there are small nuances on each train. Sometimes it's a livery that is better spotted, but sometimes it's just a newer version of the train. It just behaves a little bit different. But I really like to use that one instead of the old one. It's pretty handy, so make it happen, Dovetail. If possible, please. We need to couple to the other ones, but everything is locked, as you can see, because of our audio switching train. Just gotten priority. It's pushing down below the bridge. That one. Our colleague there over there. We need to wait. So our engineer Hernandez is our engineer. I still miss him on the radio, but of the foreman Dan Hernandez, we have Dan Hernandez Jr. as our conductor today. We can actually pull that one in front, so I'm going to set that one. Well, let's follow the original schedule. But first we need to wait for our colleague. But he doesn't toot back. As soon as it clears the switch, we can set the switch. Because we actually need to set only that one. Otherwise, we need to wait. Well, we don't need to wait, but we can set the reverse into backwards. We can release the Indy. Then gently with our 34, 34, 36, 38. Follow him. But what's on our schedule today? Well, we stopped at the location. We're going to couple to 20 vehicles. And we can stop another location. Couple to the next 20. And couple 40 and 2 times stop at a location. The glorious life was a switch here. Pulling out fast, so who is 20? I think this one is the last one we need to set. yes, and the other ones are not. And then this junior did this work already. He's waiting at the switch for us, or he's waiting there because he needs to set another switch. But for now, he's going back inside for a cup of coffee or some cold drink. But we're still here out in the yards, speeding. Oh, I forgot the 3 tooths going backwards. So let's hope I don't forget it in the next run. Lots of containers. That is one of the longer trains also. I don't think this one is used at all. Certainly on the map. Couple open. Now one couple is open. We need an open coupler, and otherwise it won't connect. At least an open coupler at one end. It's 600 yards to go. Let's try to get it as smooth as possible to couple. Well, if you also do own another game called American Truck Simulator, just a small reference, but you can also drive under here to that yard. Awesome. But that one is coupled very nicely. And let's get it's indicated. That one is correct. That is now also correct. We can go off. We can set it into forwards. Back was off. Hopefully it's still on, but I don't think it is, but we will see. It does something. I can't see a lot of smoke, but almost forgot the bell again, or the horns. That's long enough of the bell for this run. Little bit more power. I seriously thought I did put the backcom on before we started, but maybe that was the test run. That's also a possibility. Anyway, we can still manage it. We're not driving over the speed limit. It's still white. Saw the action points at the top saying plus 15. Yards, and I suspect it needs a couple to that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Needs a couple to that one, so I think we need to set this with that switch is already set. Set that switch. Certainly isn't behaving the way it should, but let's turn it off and turn it on again. Let's go back, looking back towards the other one. It was indeed the correct track, so we can... Now our foreman, junior foreman, Dan Hernandez, that is on the job with me as the engineer, is holding on to the back of the train. Want to release the brakes. Put it in the reverse. A little bit of throttle. Or a little bit of nudge 4. Going to going to drive it. So backwards 1.2 miles to the connection points. I think that is also currently calculated at the front of the train, possibly. It isn't exactly 1.2 miles, possibly more like 800 yards, 900 yards. Let's enjoy the clatter for a while. It seems a lot of wheels need some love and attention from the wagon wheel workshop. Next big train is already arrived. See that one there? It's a pretty dry climate. There can be a lot of snow, it seems, but because of all the snow fences. But otherwise, it's pretty dry. Spinning again. Checking with his foot if the coupler is locked or unlocked. It's now unlocked. Need to stop. And that was well, just have a laugh about it in the stream, I tried, but it's it was at full pressure, but brake cylinder is very low, but is now slowly pumping up. No, it's now getting a bit more. It's now popping up a lot more faster, but we need to uncouple the 40 wagons. Well, let's see what that does. Hopefully the train doesn't jump. Don't tell me I got the fun on the wrong side. A little bit of damage to the coupler there, but otherwise it's the same. Going back to that track again, so we need to set that switch. So that switch, that switch, that switch, and that switch. Pressure to get up to back to 90. I think it's also a bit of responsibility with the banking cone, but being off the wires. I think the train itself has been set up properly. We've left everything behind, and let's go to the almost the final instruction. I think we need to set up. We need to stop here, and then I think we need to possibly shut over here or over here somewhere. So, let's enjoy it. Our Dan Hernandez Jr., engineer slash foreman slash future foreman, is well, he didn't want to ride with me anymore, so he walked over to the building to get a coffee. He said, "You can do it." Indeed, I really miss a person in this chair. That one was the no, that was not the all switching one. That was the all switching one, is still there. I think he probably was laughing at me. So, well. I told you I'll forget these things. I'm actually pretty serious about my simulation. It's the same for the what I normally do is for train simulator. I try to do I mostly do, of course, the Dutch route every time, but I do a mix of my own streams. It's a variation on Saturday and on Sunday. Sunday is almost train sim, the classic one. We're going to mostly do 3 countries. Sometimes we do 2, sometimes we do 1 if there's a special day. Otherwise, it's mostly something UK or US related, some English stuff, some Dutch stuff is always included, and then we're going to close the evening out with some German related stuff or other countries. I did a lot of those uni workshop routes with the Japanese routes. Also did the South African one a few times. And on Saturday there is sometimes a double, there's a trains weekend with either Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim Classic, or both days there's going to be Train Sim Classic, but otherwise it can be any game. It can be multiplayer, it can be a long play session that are currently running on my channel. It is a possibility. So if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy some Dutch talking stream, then certainly come around. It's not hard to follow if you respond in the chat in English. Most people will talk back in English, or if you want something translated that I'm going to do or doing on the stream, either way I already telling it in English, or you can ask me to translate it. No problems there. Today we have the UP34. Let's try to get an wants that one. Is that headlights? Yes, I can. I don't know if you saw, but alright. And we stopped the song. Well, it's doing something. Backcom did work. I think I misjudged the braking distance. .6 miles, and we need to go that one, back to there, 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 back to there. Besides the roundhouse. Got 14L. I'm sure JD loved the bell action today. he's still waiting there. Get up to his next destination. Well, still over there, so I don't think he has the green light yet. We're almost there. So I would like to thank, of course, Dovetail for offering me the opportunity to also make a video for the Midweek Madness event that's currently going on. So hope you also enjoyed it. I hope you are forgiving my mistakes that I did in the video. I'm still trying to do a lot more UX stuff, but I need to do it outside of my stream because it's really is popular on my stream. But if you do like some other content with train sim, other trains, other type of simulation type of games, come around to the weekends on my Twitch channel. You can find the link in my video. And otherwise, I would say have a good March Madness. I did get a silver. That's a bit meh, but I think it is because of the speeding. But okay. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you hopefully in one of my streams. Otherwise, have a pleasant day further for now, and see you next time. I will say bye bye.